Hi folks, I'm Ian Baker, the product specialist with Camping World, and today we're going to go over the 2018 Cougar Half-Ton Series 30RLS. This is an absolutely beautiful couples model, and it has an excellent layout. Starting off, you can see right here we have big dual opposing slides here, which really help open up this rear living space, giving you plenty of room here and also allowing for the center island kitchen. Over on the door side, if we look at this slide, you will see your freestanding table and chairs, which are great to have because with these, it gives you a little more space. Plus, it's kind of a higher end look than having your booth dinette in here. Easily allows 4 people to sit here comfortably to play games together, eat meals together, and you also have a little additional storage underneath each of the seat cushions. So if you want to put like a little placemat or something in there, you can do that. You have an electrical outlet right back here too, so if you need to sit here and work on a laptop or tablet, you can easily do that. And then you will see the dimmer switch right here. This is kind of cool. You just push and hold this and it will dim the lights in the slide out right here, so you can kind of adjust it to whatever level you desire. Big windows in the Cougar as well. I love the fact that they go all the way up to the ceiling. That really helps brighten the coach up during the day, lets in a ton of beautiful light, and you have a campside dinette right here. So when you open this window and the side window right there, you get a great view out to your campsite, which is what you want when you're sitting there having your morning cup of coffee or eating breakfast. Then right here is your dual theater seating. The Thomas Paine collection, extremely comfortable. Both of these do recline. You have cup holders here for your beverages, as well as some storage right there in the center for your remotes. Again, as I mentioned, big windows there too, and the LED lights. If we take a look in the back, you have your Trifold Sofa right here, which is great. Again, nice and comfortable with the Thomas Paine collection. It is also, as I mentioned, a Trifold Sofa, so this does turn into a very comfortable bed for any guests that are staying the night. You have end tables on either side of it with electrical outlets, so if you need to plug in tablets, phones, you can do that, and you have storage underneath. You have a control for your lights right up top here. This little switch over here is actually a disconnect for the main light. So if you're sitting there watching TV and you're getting a glare, you can just flip that switch. It'll kill all the main overhead lights right here, which is kind of cool. Again, beautiful rear picture window right there. It is an emergency exit too. Hopefully you never have to use it for that purpose, but it is always good to know where they are located in your camper. A couple LED reading lights right up top. Storage all the way across the top here too. I like the fact that they went with the decorative glass in the center. The wood on the outside kind of helps break up the look a little bit. Then you'll also see they have like a header right up top here. So again, just some of the small things that they do are pretty great. You'll see that they have supports. They have the struts here too, so that way it is just one-hand operation. You don't have to hold it up with one hand while trying to get up there with your other, but that is some good storage all the way through there. If we take a quick look at the ceiling, I do want to hit on a couple things here. You will notice that they have crown molding going all the way through, and then instead of just white tape, they have the wood strips going across again, just to make it a little more aesthetically pleasing. 15K BTU AC right back here with your quick dump. That obviously is ducted throughout the camper. If you want to cool this main living area down in a hurry, open that up and it'll dump all the cool air right in here. If we look up forward a little bit, you do see a vent here. So if you don't want to run the AC, you want to open up some windows and just have a cross ventilation, that'll assist with that. And above the kitchen island, you have this beautiful light fixture right here. Decorative light in the center and then 2 LED lights on the side, just so you can see what you're doing as you're prepping, washing dishes, things like that. Now, if we take a look at the off-door slide, this obviously is your entertainment center. It is directly across from the theater seating, so exactly where you want it. You have a little bit of storage right here up top on either side of the multimedia center. This multimedia center is a radio, CD, and DVD player. So if you want to watch a movie, pop it in, and you can watch it on the 50-inch TV there. Other cool thing about this, folks, controls the speakers in here as well as outside, and it is Bluetooth capable. So if you have music on your phone, or if you are a big podcast listener, one of my favorite podcasts right now is a Stories from the Road podcast. You can download that, connect to it via Bluetooth, and you can listen to it right here in the camper. In the center, as I mentioned, is your 50-inch TV. It is a 4K Ultra HD TV. I realize you're probably not going to get much 4K when you're out camping, but it just kind of goes to show that it is a nice quality TV unit there. Directly underneath that is a big fireplace. This is really cool. It has a very modern look because it is, you know, a lot longer than your standard one. Usually your fireplace is more of a square. This is kind of a long rectangle. The cool thing about this, folks, is not only does it look nice, but more importantly, this is very functional. You have a couple different heat settings on here. You can either have it at 750 watt or 1500 watts, so it can do a great job of really kicking out some heat and helping to warm up this main living space. Stepping forward a little bit, we move into the kitchen, and you will notice this beautiful pantry. Again, the decorative glass here, you can see that there is a light behind it. It's a motion sensored light as well. I currently just have it in the on position, so it's lighting this up. But if you don't want to do that, again, you can just have it as a motion sensor. That way when you open up the door, it will sense the motion and turn it on. Once we do look inside, you will see the adjustable shelves running the whole gamut here, the whole length of it. So this is cool because this way, again, you get to adjust it to your needs. It's not fixed. You know, if you need some more space between some and less between the others, you can easily adjust that. As we move forward a little bit more, you get into Dometic fridge freezer right here. Open this guy up so you can take a look there. Great space in here, 8 cubic foot. You have a cutout here for some taller items, couple of drawers down below. This unit does run off both propane and electric and also has automatic switchover. Now because of the location here, folks, and this is pretty much in any unit where you have dual opposing slides and a center island like this, when it is closed in, obviously you won't be able to access the fridge and freezer as you're going down the road. Or the fridge mainly. The freezer you still can, but the fridge you're not going to be able to swing open. So just keep that in mind. Anytime you have a center island with the fridge right next to it, that is going to be the case. But speaking of the center island, let's look at this beauty right here. You have seamless countertops all the way throughout the kitchen. They are gorgeous, very functional. Because it is a solid surface, it allows for an undermount sink here too. So you have the double bowl stainless steel undermount sink right there. Very modern cut to it, which I like. And you have the high-rise pull-out faucet. So that way it is super easy to wash and rinse dishes. Also, you know, if you have a pot or something you need to fill, you can bring this over, fill up the pot. Having that pull-out faucet is pretty darn handy. If we take a look underneath the countertop, you have a bank of 3 full extension ball bearing drawers right here. So you have plenty of space for your flatware, some of your larger utensils there as well. Underneath the sink itself, you have good storage. So if you have a bunch of cleaning chemicals and things like that, you can see that you clearly have space for that right there. In this last compartment, you will notice that you have sink top covers right down there. Those are cutting board quality, by the way. But when you have those on your sink, this is a great spot, a perfect spot rather, for your trash can. So that way it's right here next to your sink. Prep your food, you know, throw away all your waste and everything right down in there. Gorgeous big countertop though here, plenty of prep space. Also, if you need to plug anything in, on the back side here, you will see there are 2 electrical outlets, one over here, one on the other side, so that we can plug in those appliances. And if you can see my hand here, it's lit up. There's also some accent lighting right in front there. So we take a look back across the ways at the rest of our appliances. You have the microwave right up top, your hood underneath with the light and fan, and the 3-burner cooktop right here. You'll notice it is recessed with the glass cover. That way you can utilize this as prep space. You can simply fold this up and back, and it doubles as a backsplash, which is cool because it's super easy to clean. And the front burner here is high output too, so if you need to boil some water in a hurry, that'll be the one you want to use. Underneath, you have a big oven in case you want to do some baking. And speaking of large, check out these drawers over to this side. I absolutely love these. You have the huge pantry, which is great for pots and pans, but if you want to fill that with food and other items, these also are plenty large enough to throw a lot of your pots and pans right in here too. More prep space right up top. You do have an electrical outlet over to this side, so if you want to put your coffee maker or toaster there, you can do that. Window there as well, LED light of course too, and then additional storage up top. Moving over to this side, you have this nice buffet area. You know, the same seamless countertop running all the way through here. You kind of have this backsplash design on the wall there. And then over to this side is your electrical outlet again. So, you know, if you want to put your coffee maker here, it's another great spot for it. You can make a nice little coffee bar, margarita bar, something like that. But I do like that that is here. directly underneath. Good storage running all the way through here. You can see that. So excellent storage space there. Couple lights underneath, and then more storage up top. Once again, they went with the glass here in the center and the wood on the outside, but you can see that they offer plenty of storage space. So we come around to the side. I do want to just talk about a couple things right here. One, if we take a look right down below, you will notice your propane leak detector. Hopefully you never have to use that. Directly underneath is your fuse box. You'll see that you have your 110 right there, as well as your 12 volt over to the side. So that way, you know, if you ever have to replace those fuses or pop the breakers, you know exactly where to do it. Stairwell running right up here. Notice you have another motion sensor light. So if you want to turn this on, this can be pretty cool. Turn all the rest of the lights off. You come home, just this light will turn on so you can see where you're going. Handrail is already pre-installed, so it just aids you in going up and down the steps. I know that, you know, a lot of times that the steps can be a turnoff to some people in a fifth wheel, but having the grab handle here already installed makes it a lot easier, especially if you're traversing the steps at night. And lastly, right up top here, folks, is the in-command system. This is an awesome system. Rather than having that big, huge, ugly control panel, everything is right here. You can see you control your HVAC, so your heating and cooling, all your lights, slide outs, your tank monitoring panel, water pump, water heater. All of it is done right from here. Also, there is a companion app. So if you have a cell phone, you can put the app on there and be able to control everything from your phone, which is really cool. That way you can be anywhere in the coach and be able to operate it. As soon as you step into the bathroom, you'll notice the pivot door. This allows you to enter the bathroom from either side, either the master bedroom or coming from the main living area. You'll also see right down in the corner here, you have a foot flush lever porcelain toilet. The porcelain bowl is much easier to clean than the plastic ones. And then over to this side here, you have this beautiful linen closet. This offers plenty of space for towels and all of your other bathroom goodies that you need to store. And then right here is your shower. You have the tri-slide glass door. You'll also notice you have some shelves in there for your soap and shampoo, a hand wand, as well as a seat on the other side. So if you need to sit down and shower, or if you just need a place to put your leg when you shave your legs, you can do that too. You also have a skylight up top. Right outside of that is your mirrored medicine cabinet with storage behind it. Underneath is your sink top and vanity, and you have additional storage underneath. When we step up into the master bedroom, you will see the queen bed right here in the center. This also does have storage underneath. It is strut supported, so it's really easy to lift up as well as lower back down. But you can see that provides ample storage for some larger items like extra bedding, or if you have big items like guitars, things like that, you can generally fit them under the bed as well. Right behind me here is the wardrobe. You have 3 mirrored doors here, which are great. You'll notice you have a hanging rod going all the way across the top, and underneath in all 3 doors you have a pull-out drawer too, so it gives you a spot to put, you know, your socks, underwear, and other items that you have to fold. On either side of the bed, you have a nightstand, which is great. If you notice, you have an electrical outlet on both sides. One side also has a dual USB port, so that way you can plug in phones, CPAP machine, whatever else, and you have storage underneath. If we take a look up top, you'll see you have additional storage on both sides of the bed, as well as storage going right across the top. Right here on the ceiling, you have a vent, so if you want to open up a window for airflow, you can do that. Also note that this one is pre-wired for a second AC. It already has the 50 amp cord, so if you want second AC, it's a lot easier to have installed. It can be installed. Everything is framed out so it can support that second air conditioner. And if you want TV here in the bedroom, this is exactly where you'll mount it. They put a backer in the wall. The appropriate connections for that are right up top. Now that we've seen the inside, let's take a look at some of the outside features on the Cougar 30RLS. We'll start off the front cap here. Beautiful painted front cap we have on there, folks. You'll notice you have LED lights inlaid into the sides here. You also have an LED light right here, which will aid if you're backing up, hooking up, or disconnecting at night. Then you also have the mirror right here as well, just to, again, aid giving you a little extra vision when you are backing up. One of the neat things is this sticker right here, folks, that shows this one has a 3-year structural warranty on there. That is the best in the industry currently, so you can definitely feel confident with the manufacturer. Taking a look underneath, the front compartment is opened up, as you can see. Your spare tire is tucked away in here, which is great. That way it's protected from the elements. Hopefully you never have to get to it, but if you do, it is quite easy to access it. And then over to this side here is your battery box. One of the things I do like about Keystone is that they do a good job with cable management. You'll see it is all over here on the other side of the jack. It's not just running over here everywhere. They did tuck it kind of all the way over to the side. You'll also see all of your controls right here for your docking lights as well as your landing legs, and an additional LED light right over here to the side. If we take a look at the side here, we'll open up one of your 2 propane compartments. That'll reveal your 30-pound tank. You'll have another one on the other side for 60 pounds of propane. And then we get into the pass-through. Covered hinge on there so you don't have a bunch of rust coming down the door. Slam latch baggage doors on here as well. And you will also see that the door is magnetic, so that way you can put it up just like so. It's up and out of the way. It's not a head knocker where it's hanging out. And the magnets are great too, because you don't have to worry about any plastic clips or anything that if you forget and go to shut it, they'll snap. So very simple system. When we take a look inside the pass-through, you will see it is great space. They did a good job here of maximizing the space. You don't have a bunch of plumbing running right through the center, closing everything off. Over here to the side is your in-command box. This box right here is kind of the brains of the system. If you have any issues, it is easy to troubleshoot it, and this is where you would go to do so. You have another motion-censored LED light right there, and TV hookups right here in case you want to watch TV outside. Now, right outside of the pass-through or your basement storage is an additional electrical outlet, so that way you can plug in items right out here without having to access the pass-through. Your entrance to the coach is right here. You will see that you have a foldable grab handle. This helps give you excellent control when entering or exiting the RV, and you have 3 foldable aluminum steps. Cool thing about aluminum, folks, is that this doesn't rust. It'll stay looking great for years to come. It also has the grip tape on here as well, just to give you a little extra control and traction when entering the RV, especially if it's wet. If it just rained, morning dew, things like that. If we take a look up above, you will see one of your 2 speakers. Your other one is above your garage storage there. As I mentioned inside, those are controlled by your multimedia center, but again, it is Bluetooth capable. And then up a little bit further above that, you have one of 2 awnings on here. You have one awning right here. You have another power awning on the slide out itself. So that way, basically this entire side of your camper is covered in awning, which is great. They also have LED lights there too, so that way when you open it up, you have light on your campsite here at night without having to get up there and hang it yourself. So we take a look at the back of the coach, you will see your square tubular bumper. The end caps are up in the pass-through, but it does come with them. That way you can store your sewer hose in the bumper. It doesn't have to roll around with everything up front. Attached to the bumper is this guy right here. This is an awesome extra cargo carrier. You drop this down, pull a couple pins out. You have the extra arm here that swings up as well. Can support up to 225 pounds on there. So if you have, a cooler or totes, maybe some firewood, something like that, throw it on there. It's just a great extra storage that you can have while going down the road. Right back here is where your 50 amp detachable power cord plugs in at. Again, it is 50 amp because it's pre-wired for that second AC, plus you have a fireplace in there. You have the rear mounted ladder so you can climb up onto the fully walkable roof, large rear picture window, and then right there in the center is your backup camera prep. It's a pretty big RV. If you want a backup camera, it's not a bad idea to get one. Cool thing about having it prepped is the fact that it's already pre-wired, meaning it will save you money on professional installation because it'll save you money on labor. Right back here is your fresh water inlet. So if you're looking to do some boondocking, you want to fill your fresh water tanks, that is where you will put the water in at. If we move forward a little bit and we drop down underneath here, we will see the aluminum alloy wheels, which are absolutely gorgeous. And again, because it's aluminum, they will stay looking that way for years to come. Right in between is the Road Armor suspension system. That uses a rubber compound, which helps take a lot of the potholes and stuff out of the tow experience when you're going down the road, really just giving the Cougar a much better overall towing experience. Right over here is your termination. You can see that right there. The valves are tucked away up here. I'll show you that in just a second. Right here on the other side of your pass-through, you have your convenience center. You see right up top here is your motion-sensored light. Directly underneath that is an outside shower with both hot and cold water access. Everything for winterization is here. You can see the water heater bypass right there, which is awesome. You also have your city water inlet and your black tank flush here. Here are your black and gray tank valves, as I promised. Over to the side here, you have solar prep. So all I have to do is buy portable panels, plug it in, it'll trickle charge your battery. Also, if you want satellite, you can plug it in there. And then you have a battery disconnect here so you can kill all power to the coach. All right, folks, and that wraps it up. Again, this is the 2018 Cougar 30RLS. If you're interested in this beautiful couples coach and you'd like price and availability, simply click on the link in the description below. Thanks again for watching. I'm Ian Baker, and let's go camping.